Hey doing guys, back with our second static stretching video. This time we're moving up the body to the shoulders and the surrounding musculature. This time we're going to need a pillowcase, a towel, or even a broomstick may help, as well as a wall that ends with a corner of a wall. I'll explain later in the video how you can use all of these with our stretches. Now remember, we're holding for 30 seconds each stretch, a little bit further for each rep, 3 reps for each time, and then 2 to 3 times a day. Good luck.
Starting off with our upper trap stretch, I'm bringing my right hand to my lower back and using my left hand to assist my head down to bring my ear to my shoulder. I don't want to rotate my head at all, just side bending the head, again, ear to the shoulder to feel it in my right upper trap. Similar stretch here, we're just targeting a different muscle. You should feel it in the mid-back a little bit more and in the neck as well. Same thing applies here, right hand to the lower back, and now I'm trying to just look at my armpit more so than tilting the head and bringing the ear to it. I use my left hand again to assist with the stretch. Pretty common stretch here, we just are stretching the back of the shoulder. Important here just to, with the other hand, keep it above the elbow to get the correct stretch. Again, another pretty common stretch here. We're stretching our lats, and maybe you might feel it in the bottom of the shoulder a little bit. But important here, just with the other hand, to grab the elbow, kind of squeeze that onto the side, as well as a good, nice and tall lean to the opposite side as well. Now we're using a wall here to get a little chest stretch. Pretty simple here. Keep the arm at about shoulder height, maybe even a little bit lower. You might get varying degrees of stretches depending on where you put the arm. Important here to keep the forearm on the wall the entire time. Step through with the same side foot and feel that stretch. And now we're going to extend the arm, bring it to about waist height, keeping that wrist and hand on the wall the entire time, stepping on through with the same side foot, keeping that arm extended and feeling a bicep stretch. Now this is a good one for people who punch a lot. Bring that arm right up high, pretty much the opposite of what we just did. Keep that wrist and that hand on the wall and turn away from the wall while stepping through. You should feel this maybe right under the armpit and maybe the front of the chest a little bit too. Now we're going to go ahead and put that elbow on the wall, maybe just below the elbow, and letting our body kind of fall through, letting that arm extend upwards and bringing our hand down our back. You should feel it in the triceps and maybe a little bit underneath the armpit with the lat stretch as well. Here's a stretch that might be tough for some people, but it's a really good stretch for a hard to get spot. We're kind of stretching the mid-back in between the shoulder blades here. We're kind of just letting our shoulders round around the back, just keeping them nice and relaxed and kind of pulling away from the wall. You can see in the video I kind of slumped down a little bit, letting those shoulders kind of round out and kind of bending my knees down to get away from the wall even more for a more intense stretch. Now working some muscles deeper to the shoulder called the rotator cuff muscles. You can see how I grab that towel with my right arm, with my palm facing towards me. We're stretching down the direction of the spine. So I'm letting that right shoulder stay nice and relaxed while that left shoulder pulls down so I can feel that stretch in that right shoulder. Now we're just going to do the opposite here. Same hold, same position. Instead, this time we're going to stretch the left arm. We're just pulling up, again, the direction of the spine, letting the shoulders stay nice and relaxed. And now we're using that right arm to pull up to stretch the muscles in the left arm. To intensify this stretch, in the stretch before this, fix your initial grip by gripping higher or lower on the towel appropriately.